MicroStrategy now holds more Bitcoin than most central banks hold gold. Let that sink in. Welcome to Protocol Pulse, your daily dose of Web3 happenings. To kick this week off proper, none other than Michael Saylor, Giga Chad himself, gobbled up another 3,459 Bitcoin. MicroStrategy just announced another $285.8 million in Bitcoin purchases, bringing their total holdings to a mind-bending 531,644 Bitcoin. Sheesh, Saylor's appetite knows no bounds. The man's out here buying Bitcoin like it's toilet paper in the 2020 lockdowns. And what do you know? Bitcoin's just surged past $85,000. Pure coincidence, I'm sure. When one man's shopping spree moves markets, you're not in Kansas anymore, folks. You're in a new financial paradigm where corporate treasuries are becoming sovereign wealth funds right before our very eyes. Mantra token crashes 90%. CEO says, wasn't us, while on-chain data screams otherwise. Mantra's Ohm token just went from $6.30 to under 50 cents, faster than my cousin Terry sliding down the slip and slide after 6 beers or so. CEO John Mullin's out here doing damage control, claiming none of their team or investors sold before the crash. Meanwhile, blockchain data is telling a different story. One that involves wallets linked to Laser Digital, moving $41.6 million to exchanges right before everything went south. It's the classic crypto mystery. Blockchain says one thing, executives say another. Mullin's blaming unnamed exchanges for reckless forced closures, which is like blaming the rain for making you wet after you threw away your umbrella. Nvidia dropping $500 billion on US-based AI supercomputers. Skynet loading. Nvidia just announced they're building AI supercomputers entirely in the United States. They're partnering with TSMC in Arizona and setting up shop in Texas, creating jobs and enhancing national technological self-reliance. Former Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen claims that revitalizing America's manufacturing base is a pipe dream. Within an hour of her making this statement, Nvidia announced this news. Here is what our senior market analyst has to say about that.
Perhaps it's to bring back
How is she
American
floating?
manufacturing, but I really think that's a
Shut up, I don't
pipe
care.
dream.
Well said. On to the next topic. NATO just acquired Palantir's Maven Smart system for enhanced operations. Enhanced operations is military speak for finding targets more efficiently. I distinctly recall big tech making proclamations about ethical AI use, and never for military applications. I guess those promises were as solid as a politician's handshake. The machine uprising isn't scheduled until 2029, so we've still got some time to stack sats. Trump's trade deals have 130 countries lining up. Goldman Sachs applauds from the sidelines. The White House says 130 countries are now negotiating new trade deals with the U.S. When Wall Street and Washington are this excited about something, it's either really good or really profitable. Rarely both. What nobody's talking about, how these trade deals might impact Bitcoin mining and crypto regulation globally. When America flexes its economic muscle, it often comes with strings attached. Will countries be pressured to adopt U.S.-friendly crypto policies? Or will the administration use this leverage to spread financial freedom worldwide? My money is on whichever option makes the biggest donors the happiest. Speaking of donors, crypto lobbyists are multiplying faster than rabbits. Too many cooks steering the regulatory pot. Washington, D.C. is now crawling with more crypto advocacy groups than a libertarian convention has Ron Paul t-shirts. That guy's the man. We've got the Digital Chamber, Blockchain Association, Crypto Council for Innovation, and at least 9 more, all pushing for the same friendly policies from the same receptive administration. Ripple just dropped $50 million to start the National Cryptocurrency Association. Yeah. Industry insiders are privately whispering that this congestion could become a problem. But publicly, everyone's singing Kumbaya and pretending more is always better. Cody Carbone from the Digital Chamber admitted, There is a competitiveness angle, as these groups race to secure the same members who can only afford to join one or two of these groups. It's essentially survival of the fittest in the swamp. Darwin would be proud.
Don't make me do this. Larry, stop pointing that fucking gun at my dad!
Bonus round, pro Bitcoin takes on today's tech tremors. Nvidia's $500 billion AI investment isn't just about computers. It's about who controls the future. When centralized AI meets centralized money, freedom loses. When AI meets Bitcoin, that's a fair fight. NATO's new Palantir AI system should terrify you more than any Bitcoin price dip. One gives power to individuals, the other consolidates it in existing power structures. 130 countries negotiating trade deals with the US? It's pretty impressive. Now imagine if they all adopted Bitcoin as a neutral settlement layer instead of playing currency wars. MicroStrategy now holds more Bitcoin than most central banks hold gold. Let that sink in, while experts still debate if Bitcoin is a legitimate asset class. Every day, centralized powers spend billions to consolidate control over your money, your data, your future. Bitcoin, it just keeps on doing its quiet, relentless thing. No bailouts, no boardrooms, no backroom deals. The writing is on the wall, and it's written in SHA-256. So while Wall Street cheers and war machines compute, remember this: you don't need permission to own Bitcoin. Stay sovereign, stay loud, and stack sats.